All right, bro. So I was 17 when the FBI pulled up to my crib looking for me. So let me get the story straight because I'm not. I swear I'm not a criminal, bro. And I'll explain to you exactly why they were there looking for me specifically. And it was really retarded. But so, at the time I was living with my parents. Obviously, 17. Most people are not living with their parents, right? And I was just chilling, doing my my Walmart job at the time. And growing up, I was as a kid, I was a pretty good kid. I didn't get into a lot of trouble, or at least I didn't give that vibe off, right? But like in freshman year of high school, I started to get on like Twitter or whatever, and I got into like the NBA Twitter community, which is a really weird start. Like how does this end up in the FBI? But anyways, so I got into that. I was just chilling on there. I would debate ball, like simple stuff, bro. And this was in 2018, like early 2018. So I'm a Warriors fan, so we were winning championships, and there was nothing to complain about. We was just talking ball. But as you go on the internet and you stay on it long enough, you kind of get into this trolling. I don't want to say era, but you just become like a little bit of a troll. Like, I mean, that's just how it is. And eventually this route had the FBI at my door. But anyways, so I'd be in like some group chats or whatever, and I'd talk to people in the DMs, and then like just trolling. That's it. Nothing serious at all. But I made a big mistake here. But it showed me something that proves our government's cooked. So I started the Twitter stuff in like 2018, and then we're now in like 2020, like mid of 2020. So we're like in lockdown pretty much. And so basically, I'm there. I see a tweet by one of my friends on Twitter or whatever, and I don't even know what got in. I don't even remember the context of the tweet or exactly why I did this, but me being retarded, I posted like a cartel video where they're showing like, all their guns and like all the ammo they got and everything. Like some video that just looks crazy, bro. It's just straight firearms. And so I posted in the reply to my friend, and I put, I don't even know if I could say this on YouTube, but it's like, let me think of a way of saying it. Basically unloading ammo at a park, but a specific park, one that has to do with like Mickey Mouse, right? So crazy tweet, bro. Literally retarded to say something like that. But bro, I tweet that. This was like 4 p.m. middle of the day, or like after school, or I'm tripping, not school, just middle of the day. So I just post that, and then I just move on with my life. I'm chilling. Like it was just a troll tweet. Obviously, I'm not finna do that, right? But I posted. It's a crazy thing. I come home from work, I'm chilling, and now it's like 8:30 p.m. So we're like 4.5 hours out, and I was always in my room, so I was just chilling in there. I don't even remember what I was doing, but obviously it was nothing serious, just gooning or whatever. And then I hear my mom yell out like my name, so I'm just kind of confused because she don't really yell out my name like that. So I walk out, go into the living room, and she's like, "Oh wait, no, hold on, I'm tripping. No, roll back." She actually comes to my room, and she's like, "WAP." I'm saying WAP for my name, I'm just replacing it. But anyways, she's like, "WAP, the FBI is here looking for you." And I was like, what the hell? Like, why? Like, why the hell would the FBI be looking for me, bro? Like, they gotta have the wrong guy. So I'm like, bro, what? So I get up, like I sprint, and we go to the door with my mom, and I'm like, yeah, like, what do y'all need me for? And then they're like, is this you? Bro, they literally pulled up my Twitter page, like, they're like, is this you, bro? 4K, like, showing the tweet and everything. Just a crazy tweet, bro. Like, and then my mom just like sitting there like, is that you? And I'm like, and they're like, what am I gonna say? No. How am I gonna get out of there's no way to get out of this one. And I forgot to describe, but it was like two, let me get back to the setting a little bit. So I'll go up to the door, and there's two guys. They weren't that tall, but they were just like, they just looked like regular guys in some suits. But behind them, bro, was like, I don't know the exact number, but it had to be at least 30 cops, bro. Fully armed. Like ARs, bro, pistols, like helmets, everything you could think, bro. Like fully maxed out. Like they were coming straight out of Call of Duty, bro. Like, or Rainbow Six Siege, ready to raid my house. And this was all the ones that I could see from the front. I'm sure there was some in the backyard, the side of the house, whatever, bro. And then I could see a bunch of cop cars in front. So they pull up in my face, and they're like, "Is this you?" And I'm like, yeah, like that. Yeah, that's me. And they were like, can you come with us? We want to ask you some questions. So I'm like, bet. I guess, I mean, I'll just go clear myself. You know, there's nothing for me to, like, I don't have anything that's actually gonna give me the ability to do this thing that I tweeted. So I'll be clear. And thank God for my mom, because she is so smart compared to me, especially at the time. But you know, in that moment, she was like, no, actually, he's not gonna go with you, because he's not gonna answer questions. So, and you know, they can't just enter the house without, like, you know, warrant or whatever. Because I was literally about to just walk out with him, like just being full retard. I was just gonna walk out with him, but no, she was like, she held me back. She was like, no, he's not gonna go. So then they're like, all right, bet. And then all they did was like, they just asked like, oh, dude, does he have guns or does he have anything like pertaining to this tweet? Like, is he a threat? Basically, is what he's asking. You know, me and my mom. And mind you, my dad's just like chilling on the couch. Like he literally did not care, bro. I did not understand. He did not care. But anyways, so you know, we're just breaking it down. Like all I did was like, this was just a troll. Like it was a stupid thing. I should have never done this or whatever. You know, I mean, telling the truth, but like, bro, how could I do something this retarded? And then, you know, they gave me the business card. I still have that to this day, just because it's like a memorabilia of a time I was retarded, which I still am. But anyways, you know, luckily my mom saved me from getting interrogated and waterboarded and then hung by my feet and fed frog legs. I don't know what they do, but you know, they could have probably ended up having me confess to something. I don't know. Or maybe they would have just let me go after they saw that I was clearly no threat. I was just a normal kid just trolling. But anyways, then they left and, you know, everything was good. Luckily, you know, my mom and stuff, they weren't tripping too hard. Thank God, you know, because I was just a normal kid. Like there was nothing that had me looking crazy. I wasn't given somebody that would unload a clip on a certain place, right? So you know, I had my heart shaking. I was shaking in my little boots. But you know, ultimately I learned, like, bro, the government literally found me within like 4.5 hours. What does that tell me about like our government? It means that they can find anybody they want, like, easily. Because what I tweeted wasn't even like, it was crazy, but I'm sure people have said worse. And then even like more specific threats to certain people, right? So this tells me, like, when there's assassination attempts or there is an assassination, bro, the government could have prevented that stuff, man. There's just no way they don't know these things are about to happen. Like, you're seriously telling me that the government didn't know and didn't put a stop to the people that, you know, killed, you know, Charlie Kirk or almost killed Trump? Like, all these people, you're telling me seriously that they didn't know? That's cap, bro. It's gotta be. Because I was just trolling and they came within a couple hours, bro. So if you ever see some assassination happen, bro, just know that the government could have stopped it, but they didn't. And it was on purpose. It had to be. Because, like I said, like, this story is fact. This story is proof of how they may not be the ones setting these things up, but they are definitely not stopping it. And that tells you that they want these things to happen. You know, I'm just glad my mother was there and I'm not in prison right now for something, you know, that I didn't do. It was stupid, but, and definitely if you are on the internet trolling, don't say anything like that. Don't be this retarded, because that was wild. But, you know, also take anything you see as far as the government, take it with a grain of salt, bro. I know y'all probably do already, but, you know, just understand that there are deeper powers behind the FBI, the CIA, and I know y'all know this, but it's just like, it's crazy that I experienced it, you know, personally, because like that, I don't think many people are on the FBI's wanted list for even a couple hours, bro. Like, it was not normal. But yeah, man, thanks to God, you know, I'm good and I'm safe. So yeah, that's all I got today. Thank y'all and God bless. Deuces.